What if I told you that the separation between you and your dream life right now might only be one small habit? I might even go as far to say that if you change just one habit this week, just one habit, then your entire month could be very different. And the reason I say that is because I genuinely believe that we underestimate the magnitude and the power between our thoughts and our actions and just the simple behavioral changes that we make. You could probably think of one thing that you changed in your life, maybe recently, maybe in the past, that shifted and altered a lot of what you've done. So I just want to start by saying this. Big change usually starts with something rather boring, maybe small. And we're not really talking about like anything too fancy. For me, what it was just simply writing in my journal for 5 minutes a day. And now suddenly, this journal is what I would attribute 95% of my success last year to. It's just a simple journal and the practice of writing in it for even just 3 minutes a day. Don't ever underestimate the power of the one habit. See, one habit, it's just kind of like a snowball effect. The second you start practicing something, maybe you start reading the scriptures, one verse a day, one chapter a day, even. If you were to just do that, it would snowball and become something much greater. You have no idea what kind of things God needs to communicate to you. You have no idea why you might feel impressed to just change that one thing. So often in our lives, when we're trying to build things up and we're trying to chase our goals, we like to default to intensity, really pushing hard, really putting in all of our effort. And that's something that we're taught through social media, we're taught through the Instagram reels that we just consume all day, is that you have to work above this threshold of what you feel is possible almost in order to succeed. And I'm not saying that work isn't important. I think work is extremely important. In fact, I might go back and reform that by just saying that diligence is important. And diligence and high intensity work are arguably pretty different. So, what matters more than intensity? Consistency. Doing one thing consistently, always showing up for one thing, one habit. Because if we're so focused on putting everything that we have into one practice, one thing, then we burn out really, really fast. And I know that because as I was starting my YouTube channel just a couple of years ago, I gave it everything I had. I was posting 7 shorts a day. I was doing all these different, you have no idea how much I had to do. Most of my days were just spent grinding, just absolutely grinding. And yeah, it did pay off. I'm not going to lie, it paid off. But I couldn't handle that forever. And very quickly I was burnt out. And so I've had to refine and look at what does work, what doesn't work. And I'm still trying to get through that, right? But the simple practice that has been really helpful is just simplifying my mind, thinking and trying to produce higher quality thoughts and producing one video a week. Right now, I'm kind of putting myself through another challenge and I'm posting a lot right now, but it's still not as much. And I've realized just by experimenting for a week that it's something I can do. And it's something that actually doesn't bother me too much. It keeps me busy enough that I'm not distracted or I'm not going to put my time places that won't be as valuable, like scrolling on Instagram. There's a way better ways to use my time, and I'm learning that. So yeah, intensity quite clearly leads to burnout, and you don't want that. What you want is consistency, which leads to growth. To kind of close this video off, because I'm trying to keep these videos short, simple, plain, so that you can consume the knowledge, take what you need, and leave without having to make a huge time commitment in your day. I want to remind you guys and draw your attention over to the concept of passion, which a couple months ago I stumbled across the actual definition of passion, which I had never really thought about. What is the definition of passion? Have you ever thought about that? Well, it's not exactly what you'd think. Yeah, it might be loving something, right? You love something so much, right? You're passionate about a certain topic or hobby or something like that, right? But really, the Latin root word of passion is passio, which means to suffer, to endure. And so when you think about the habits that you want to create in your life, when you think about the consistencies you want to see throughout your week, maybe throughout the month, think about, am I willing to suffer for this? Am I willing to endure this hard thing? Do I love it that much? Am I that passionate about it? And if the answer is yes, you can almost guarantee that if you can keep consistent with it, you will succeed. Because not very many people are willing to suffer for art, or not very many people are willing to suffer writing a book. But if you can, then the odds of success over time are incomprehensible. My name is Gabriel Bowman. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and then hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. I'm going to be posting a lot like this month, as you heard me say. There's a couple series that I am producing, one of them being a series on journaling. So if you want to pick this habit up, it's super fun, super effective, 100% guaranteed, and it only takes 3 to 5 minutes every single day. Go check that series out. It's in the playlist section. Anyways, my name is Gabriel Bowman, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.